Shalom, shalom. This is Officer ISRAELITE with Sicari Long Beach, the WOLFPAC, coming at you with another episode of the Couch Captivity Created. Right? So lock it for a slightly delayed start time, but we're gonna get right to it. I ain't gonna keep you in this class too long, but I'm gonna get right to the point. And just like weeks before, I want to make it a theme. I want people to be interactive in here. Right? So I'm gonna give a few minutes for this room to get loaded up. And throw some comments up in the chat so I know you in there, right? Because we want this to be interactive. Let's see what the topic is today. Let's go over that. 1 second. Let's go over the topic for today. The key phrase for today is endurance, right? Endurance. And it's true. All right. Let's see the thumbnail. This true. Akim. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Right? I know a lot of brothers that come in, they come out the blocks like it's 100-meter dash, right? But the mentality really should be like an endurance race, right? You got to pace yourself. You can't come out the blocks and think you got it all figured out, right? You do that, you're going to hit the 100-meter mark, your legs going to be cramping up, right? Your body going to be about out of breath, you're going to be ready to give up. Then you're going to look at the distance marker and you still got 26 miles to go, Not to say that we know any exact distance, but I'm giving you an idea of the scope of what brothers had a mind frame of endurance, right? Because if you ever watched a marathon, man, sometimes them people get to the finish line and they about dead, right? Literally about dead. But it's about endurance, right? You hit that 1 mile and you're like, all right. Next thing you know, you hit 5 miles. Your mind can either be like, man, I've been running 5 miles and I still, you know what I'm saying? I still got 20 plus to go, right? Or your mind can be like, all right, 5 more, then I'm at 10, 10 more, then I'm at 20, right? You just got to endure and understand what's in front of you. You see what I'm saying? That's how we got to look at this truth, because it's not like you're going to jump in the truth. I hear a lot of brothers, man. A lot of brothers be like, hey, man, look, I hope the missiles hit tomorrow. I'm ready to get up out of here. All right. Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready for tomorrow to be the day? Right? We got to check ourselves. And we got to do what's necessary for this nation to get the numbers up. Right? We got to feed the flock daily, and we got to check ourselves daily, because it ain't easy, Akim. It ain't easy. Right? We're going to have them days. We're going to have them days. But you got to learn how to overcome and endure. Right? So, yeah, I see some of the Akim piling up in here. All praises. Right? All praises. Y'all brothers like, share. You know what I'm saying? Help us get the word out real quick. See what I'm saying? And for all y'all soldiers that's in the chat, feel free, Akim, if you ain't camera ready, right? I'm going to go through a few precepts, right? Like same thing. I'm going to dump out a short clip. You feel me? I'm going to go through some precepts, and then I'm going to open the floor up for brothers to throw up some precepts, because I want the topic is endurance. I want brothers to be focused on that topic. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to put up a few of the standards, but I want y'all to dig deep, because we really got to be in that mind state right now. You see what's going on around the world, right? It's the sign of the times. But guess what? It's going to get worse before it get better. We got to have the faith and the patience of the saints. Patience is a key word. All right. All praise. I see some of the argument here. Y'all like, share, throw a comment in there. Help us get in that algorithm, Mashpaka. All right. Y'all see the topic, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint, right? You can't come out the blocks like you Usain Bolt, right? You're not Usain Bolt. You come out the blocks like that, you're going to cramp up at 100 meters, man. We need to be built for endurance. You feel me? Built for endurance. And the only thing that's going to do that is diligence. Diligence and faith, right? You know what I'm saying? And even before the race start, it's all about how you prepare. See what I'm saying? The more out of shape you are before the race, that means the more work, you know what I'm saying, you got to do to prepare. You feel me? Like one of my favorite scripts, I was just talking to Sarge earlier. You know what I'm saying? Bazak put me onto that Baruch chapter 4, right? As it was your way to turn away from the Lord, when you return, you do so 10 times stronger or 10 times more, right? Meaning when you was out there in the world doing things, you know what I'm saying? Brothers went hard in the paint, right? But now in this truth, you got to be willing to sacrifice 10 times more of anything you ever thought about doing in the world. You got to ask yourself the question, are you really 10 toes down like that? Right? Because I see a lot of brothers that buckle when the pressure get put on, but at the same time, what saved them brothers from falling off is the brotherhood, right? Is the camaraderie. Because we all supposed to bear one another's burden, right? Brotherhood is key for this endurance. You feel me? So I'm gonna get into the lesson, man. And Salaki, let me get some water. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of allergies going on today. But like I said, we just endure. You feel me? We endure. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna get cracking. Before I do, right? First and foremost, I want to give call Halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. It's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who the world knows as Jesus Christ. Right? All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son. Right? Y'all brothers, if the sound and the video is all good, man, throw some ones in the chat real quick. If it's problems, shoot a deuce before I get too far into this thing. And if soldiers, if I see more people in the background that hadn't threw up a message yet, soldiers, let me know you in here, because I want y'all to be interactive, family. Right? Kabaya. All praises. All praises. All right, we're gonna get into it. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. And I'm gonna go to one of my go-tos, man. One of my go-tos to get this thing started out, because you know it's trying times right now. And this is one of my almost daily go-tos, because almost daily we go through it. And I might read it several times throughout the day when it's really one of them days, right? So without further ado, let me just get to that script, right? We're going to go to good old Sirach, chapter 2. We'll bring this out. This is the wisdom of Sirach, right? This is that light that's going to guide you through this darkness. You feel me? All praises, Sister Tanya Harad. All praises, the water, for your generous donation, right? We appreciate you. We appreciate you greatly. And Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, this lesson to give you some edification and some, I wanted to be edification, but as well as uplifting and encouragement, right? Because I know we all need some right now because it's trying times, right? This is one of my warm-up go-tos, man. The water to the Sister Tanya Harad. My brother right there, right? My brother right there, Alton. All praises, King. Always good to see you. Always good to see you, King. Con, here we gonna go in, Tanya. You feel me? Because Lord knows we all need, you know what I'm saying? That old song, Lean on Me. That's what we're supposed to do for each other, right? Bear one another's burdens. And it's based in the scripture, right? This is our light. This is our guide. It's our guidebook. It's wisdom, right? This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, from the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble, right? When it get tough, don't trip. We know we got to constantly endure. We got to constantly check ourselves. Because on the daily, them fiery arrows, them fiery darts is coming at us, right? But the scriptures say, you see what I'm saying? We got to cover ourselves with the full armor, right? So constantly endure, make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, right? Endurance, patience, constantly, right? Constantly endure with patience. You see what I'm saying? Because we're trying to last until the end. Why? Verse 5, for gold is tried by the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? I want y'all to understand why this little passage right here, you see what I'm saying? This little passage, these little 5 verses, is like a pre-workout. You see what I'm saying? It gets you going. It's a kickstarter, right? It's a kickstarter. It's not, we're going to need more supplements and more sustenance to endure, but this is a kickstarter, right? It kind of get the engine crunk up, because just listen to all of the wisdom in just these 5 verses, because it's going to tell you right here, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, right? Because as soon as the angels rejoice for a soul that comes back into the flock, back into the fold, the devil, that old dirty devil, is sitting there like a wolf in sheep's clothing, trying to pick off a fatling, right? He's trying to pick off a straggler or a youngling from the herd. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get a scripture for that. Go to Mark. I think it's Mark 4:15. I'm going to digress for a second here. So I think this is relevant. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's go back so you see the relevance. So Sirach said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? I mean, it ain't going to be an easy street. See what I'm saying? You got to set that heart aright. That means Keep it real. Get your mind right. And constantly endure. Because them fiery darts, they're not going to stop coming at you. You got to expect them to come at you. And you got to know that you got to build up that armor. You know what I'm saying? To withstand that attack that's going to be constantly coming at you. Right? And make not haste in time of trouble. Why? Because let's go to Mark. Right? Mark chapter 4 and verse 15. You see what I'm saying? What Mark is saying, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. It's like it where the word is sown, right? You got people lurking by the wayside when they hear that word be sown, that seed get sown, right? That's our job as the priests of the Lord, the men of God, is to plant the seed, and the Most High will have his way. And if it's his way, he will yield the increase. If it's of the Lord, he's going to yield the increase, right? Mark 4:15 says, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts, right? This is a key verse right here. You see what I'm saying? It's a key verse because you got to expect. You got to look at it like we talk about these analogies of, you know, the Lord is my shepherd. You know what I'm saying? You know, we supposed to be the flock. But if you think about a flock, right, and the shepherd is tending to the flock, it says, look, a good shepherd will leave the 99 to go tend to the one that's done went astray. Why? Because he's obvious. Why he went astray? Maybe he weak. Maybe his leg busts up. He can't keep up with the pack, right? He need to be tended to and mended, right? And brought back into the fold, brought back up to speed. Because this truth is medicine for the sick, right? This truth is medicine for the sick. You see what I'm saying? So a wolf or a predator is not going to try to run up in the middle of the strongest part of the herd or the flock and battle and tussle with, you know, the most seasoned members of the fold. They're going to try to pick off the ones straggling on the edges. So this is our young ones that are new to this truth, right? Soon as they come in, what it say again in Mark? And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown, right? Soon as a brother watch his first video, you know what I'm saying, get his first fringes and really start learning about this truth, they on fire, right? They done left the world behind. They on fire. They out the blocks like Hussein Bolt, right? Soon as the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately. Believe you me, it's going to happen. You need to prepare for it. And the way you prepare for it is through your diligence and your faith, right? And being 10 toes down and having the right mindset. Knowing that you enter in a endurance race and not 100-meter dash. You see what I'm saying? Satan come immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts, right? Some brothers is done before the race really start. You feel me? Let's get into something else here. I'm going to go to 2 Timothy chapter 2, right? Let's see where I want. I think I want to start around 2. Yeah, we can start at 3, right? 2 Timothy chapter, we go 3 and 4. 2 Timothy chapter 3. See what I'm saying? Oh, so lucky. I got to share it. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 3, or Salaki chapter 2, verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? Endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? Just like Paul. Paul went through it. but he was a good soldier, right? Why? Because it says, verse 4, no man that warreth entangleth himself in the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier, right? It's the Most High that draw you into this truth. You see what I'm saying? So we want to please the Heavenly Father just as it was Yahushai's sole mission to do the will of his Father, right? We have to endure the hardness. That's the definition of a good soldier in this army of the Most High. See what I'm saying? Because our King, Yahushua HaMashiach, gave us the example. He came back and solidified and magnified what our forefathers put down, right? The words that was given to our forefathers to put down as instructions and wisdom and guidance. See what I'm saying? Read that again. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach, because no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. You can't be looking for your reward here. We can't be looking for rest here. This is not our rest. This is not our happiness. And we have not yet entered far into the fray. As hard as things are right now, this day, you need to expect for it to get crunk. See what I'm saying? It's going to get turned up, right? You got to expect that, and you got to build up for that, right? Again, this ain't no 100-meter dash. This is a marathon. You got to train different, right? You got to train differently, right? And that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. You have to thank the Most High every day of your life, right? Every day of your life that you are on 2 feet breathing, that you still have a chance, that you still are given that grace to make yourself even worthy to be considered. We can't ever do enough. When you think you're doing too much, you need to realize you got to crank it up. You got to do more. You got to always have that mentality. See what I'm saying? Because you got to have almost a superhuman endurance. That's what marathon runners have. A marathon will kill the average person, right? It will kill the average person. You won't make it. You'll fall out. Not even a quarter of the way through the race, right? But they training regiment is built up to where they got almost a superhuman cardiovascular and muscular system that's built for endurance. That's how we got to be with this truth. That's how we got to be with shedding this light on our nation, being a light for the ones that's in darkness, being a good shepherd for the ones that need mending and healing and binding up. You see what I'm saying? Because otherwise it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work otherwise, right? All praises, Jeremiah. Big salute, King. Always great to see you. You already know. You feel me? All right. And just to reiterate, those that just joined, you see what I'm saying? The topic today is endurance. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We have to endure, right? And just the fact that you come into this truth, you got to expect the devil, you got to expect Satan to be sending fiery darts at you and sending his wicked horde of demons at you to try to knock you off your square. You got to expect that. You got to prepare for that. You feel me? Let me get into another example, right? I'll give you an example of a brother that went through it, right? I mentioned, there you go, Tanya, endure to the end, right? Remember that. Come on. Endure to the end. You feel me? For sure, sis. Look, sis said, she said, I heard lean on me today all through the spirit, right? I ain't gonna sit here and try to sing because I got a little allergies going on, but you know how I go. Lean on me, right? That's about all you're gonna get for right there. You know what I'm saying? Any brothers that know me know I ain't afraid to try to sing, but not today, right? Lean on me because you got to. Hey, through the spirit, sis. I was thinking of that song today too. I just ain't played it, but when I finish with this class, I'm gonna go look that song up and I'm gonna rock that. You know what I'm saying? Right? Hey, we can harmonize, sis, right? Through the spirit. All praises. You know what I'm saying? So look, right? So a brother that went through it, I mentioned Paul earlier, my dear brother from the tribe of Benjamin. Paul went through it. He got stoned from his own people. Brothers locked him up, trying to get a case on him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to murk him. See what I'm saying? Got shipwrecked, marooned on an island with barbarians, made friends with them, but then got bit by a poisonous snake. I mean, he went through it, but he endured to the end, to the very end, right? And then he had the wisdom to pass along that knowledge to the brothers that was around him and came up with them. See what I'm saying? So there's another brother that is cut from the same cloth. That's our brother Job, right? We're gonna just mention Job a little bit because I want to show y'all. I like to mix in a little vocabulary, throw y'all a little alley-oop here and there that you could take with you. You see what I'm saying? Right? See what I'm saying? Job. Job went through it too. See what I'm saying? Job went through it. So let's get into Job. I'm gonna go to Job chapter 12. And let's see where we want to start here. Yeah, 22, I think. Yeah, we can go right to the point. See what I'm saying? Because I wanna leave some breathing room for us to get interactive with this thing. I'm just trying to get the fire started, right? Because I know the wheels is turning in the chat right now. Trust me. When I say go, I want this to be interactive. But I'm gonna throw you this little alley-oop, this little vocabulary alley-oop, right? Go to Job 12 and 22. It said, he discovereth deep things out of darkness and bringeth out the light, and bringeth out to light the shadow of death, right? This is what Job went through. He lost his kids. He lost his wealth. He lost his friends. He lost his health. But the one thing the Most High wouldn't let Satan do to him was kill him. His old lady was in his ear, his rib, talking about, man, why don't you forsake that God of yours that got you stricken like this? But Job didn't buckle. He endured. He kept it 10 toes down, right? He discovered deep things out of darkness, meaning sometimes when we going through things where we just can't figure out why we got to go through this. Why, Lord? Why I got to go through this? Why it's got to always be like this, man? Just when it seemed like things about to crack, man. Why? It's always something, right? It's always something. But you discover deep things in those moments of darkness. You figure yourself out. You figure what you're worth. And the more the Most High put you through, right? The more tribulations and trials you go through, you got to understand the Most High is preparing you for great works. You just have to endure. See what I'm saying? If you're not going through it, the Most High really ain't trying to use you like that. You got to understand that, because you got to go through the depths to be able to shine the light, right? Let's Read this again about Job. All right, let's break this down. Job chapter 12, verse 22. He discovereth deep things out of darkness and bringeth out to light the shadow of death. You see what I'm saying? The shadow of death. You know, that's a common phrase, right? But what does that mean? The shadow of death is darkness and sin and despair. And what is the light? The light is the law is a commandment, right? And the law is light. See what I'm saying? So it's like the commandment is a lamp and the law is light, right? So we're gonna go into that and think about what Job went through. And ask yourself, can you go through that and still remain faithful and diligent? That should be one of your forefathers that you look to for motivation, for reinforcements, for encouragement in those tough times, right? Because look, what does Job's name mean? What does Job's name mean? Let's see. I gotta find his name because I want to show y'all some vocabulary here. I believe I might have to go to, you know what I could do? I could just look up the Strongs. Right? H347. Let's do that. H347. Yo. Right? Ayawab. Right? Ayawab. In the block script, he'll say Eob, right? Ayob. But it's in the paleo pronunciation is Ayawab, right?
Strong's H347. Eov.
Right?
Eov.
Hey. Baruch Atam, right? Or Baruch Hashem, right? We don't talk like that. It's Ayawab, right? Little vocabulary lesson. This is the Ayan, the Ya, right? I, Ya, Wa, right? Wa, and the Ba. Ayawab. What does that mean? Ayawab. Biblical usage. Hated. Job's name means hated. Ain't that ironic, right? He was hated by even his so-called Edomite friends. He was hated by his wife. He was hated by people that used to bow down to him when he walked. See what I'm saying? He was hated. But do you think Job tripped on that? You think Job tripped because niggas was hating? Job ain't tripped. Why? Because he knew what these scriptures said. See what I'm saying? And what the wise men and the wise prophets and the men that came, our forefathers that came before us, that gave us these words and these stories and these prophecies, right? And these laws. You have to endure. You see what I'm saying? And Christ put it the best, right? Let's get some of Christ's words in here. All right? Let's get some of Christ's words. See what I'm saying? Come on, sis. Hey, look. Sis in the spirit. It was meant for you to show up today, Tanya. I ain't seen you in a minute, but hey, you showed up on fire, right? You was on that Job yesterday. All praises. You feel me? All right? So let's get some of Yahushai's words up in here. What Yahushai said. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10 and 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. It's an all-time classic, right? An all-time banger. It never gets old. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Your homie's gonna hate you. Your rib gonna hate you. Your kids gonna hate you. Your cousin and them gonna hate you. Your auntie them gonna hate you. The world gonna hate you. But you gotta endure to the end if you want this salvation. See what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Nothing more, nothing less. Because if Yahushua was able to do it, then that's our marker. That's the standard we got to live by. If our forefathers like Job was able to do it, that's the standard we got to live by. If my brother Paul went through it, these are examples that we got to live by. This is how we set our standard, right? We know what we got to go through. It ain't no surprises here, because the only reason why some brothers, get in the middle of this truth and then find the burden too heavy is because they didn't count the cost, right? All praises. We got brother Shaquad in here, man. My beloved brother Shaquad. All praises, King. Glad to have you in here. I know you've been putting in work all day, busy, man. Honored to have you stop by. You feel me? The topic is Endurance King, and yes, sir. By all means, I'm gonna run through. Let's say I'm gonna run through one or two more scripts, and then let's run it. Right? Let's run it. Okay. So, in fact, Shaquad, if you want to join on, I'll shoot you the link real quick. Just let me know. If you prefer just to post a precept, then it is what it is. But I'll be honored to have you join me. You feel me? Let me know. I'll shoot you a fresh link, like Deacon would say. Right? And we just talking about right now about enduring, right? And let me get one more for y'all, and then we'll switch gears a little bit. See what I'm saying? We'll switch gears a little bit. Let's see where I want to go. You know what I do? Yeah. Let me go to one of the go-tos. Let's go to Proverbs 6, right? I'm gonna get a precept from Shaquad. Proverbs 6 and 23. Right? This is how. Remember, we was talking about Job. See what I'm saying? And 12 and 22, right? Yeah. He discovereth deep things out of darkness and bringeth out to light. And bringeth out to light the shadow of death. See what I'm saying? That sound familiar there? Hey, our powerful forefather David, right? The predecessor, the progenitor of Yahushua HaMashiach through the lineage of Judah, right? The tribe of Judah, right? Let's see you should know this, right? Everybody should know this. Granny, that big Bible that sit on Granny mantle on Granny's bookshelf all that time, right? That's where you hear shadow of death from. Our forefather David, he had that mentality, that warrior mentality, fearless, right? A man who's his heart after the Most High, right? His own heart is after the Most High's heart. He had no fear, none in him. See what I'm saying? Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Right? So you see how these scriptures go together, because we're talking about being good shepherds, right? And have an example of a good shepherd. You see what I'm saying? We talk about being part of the flock. We talk about enduring. And what is walking through the valley of the shadow of death? He walking through sin and despair. His own brothers hating him. His own people conspiring against him with the heathens. You feel me? He came out the gate. Saul was trying to take him out. Right? But he fears no evil. He'll grab a bear or a lion by the beard and smite him. Right? See what I'm saying? Because he knows what comforts him. He knows where his power comes from. See what I'm saying? These are just key scriptures from our forefathers, right? So we gonna quiet. You want me to shoot you a link, King? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna look up the GNT version of that, but I'm gonna put a fresh link. Put a fresh link for the brother Shaquat. You let me know if you camera ready, King. If not, if you camera ready, shoot me a 1 in the chat. But if you mobile, you ain't in a place right now, or you ain't camera ready, just shoot a deuce. Let me know. I'm gonna go get that for you real quick in the GNT, right? 1 Corinthians 9 in the GNT. All right. Deuces. So we're gonna do it like this. Brother Shaquai got a precept, right? I know it's gonna be powerful. I got a general idea of what's in chapter 9 because I definitely know what's going on in 10, right? But we're gonna bring this out in the GNT because I know he pointing to this translation because it's gonna be plain upon tables. Let me tell you, right? All praise at the water, Shaquat, the water, King. You feel me? So we're gonna go 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. Let's bring that out. 1 Corinthians 9 in the GNT, the Good News Translation, 24 through 27. And it reads, make sure I got it on that con. All right. And it reads as such. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. I left it up here right here on the screen, right? So let me know when you get there. I'll let everybody get a couple seconds to get there because I know we switching over to the GNT, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Surely you know that many runners take part in a race, but only one of them wins the prize. Man, Shaquad, bruh, on point, right? Let me bring that back. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Surely you know that many runners take part in a race, but only one of them wins the prize. Run then in such a way as to win the prize. Every athlete in training submits to strict discipline in order to be crowned with a wreath that will not last, but we do it for one that will last forever. Man. Man. Verse 26. That is why I run straight for the finish line. That is why I am like a boxer who does not waste his punches. I harden my body with blows and bring it under complete control to keep myself from being disqualified after having called others to the contest. Man, powerful. Bruh, that thing hit different in the GNT too. Like I said, plain upon tables. Plain upon tables. You feel me? All praises, Shaquat. You know what I'm saying? All praises. Man, I'm about to bring that back. To rewind that, right? Just in case somebody missed all that. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24. Surely you know that many runners take part in a race, but only one of them wins the prize. Run then in such a way as to win the prize. Every athlete in training submits to strict discipline in order to be crowned with a wreath that will not last, but we do it for one that will last forever, that crown of eternal life, right? That is why I run straight for the finish line. That is why I am like a boxer who does not waste his punches, right? You pace yourself. You don't go flailing around. You're going to burn out, right? There's nonsense. Only a fool just flails around with his words and his actions. You got to be measured. See what I'm saying? Measured, right? This is powerful precepts right here. See what I'm saying? A powerful block of scriptures. And what's cool is, me and Shaquad is both old washed up athletes. So for all of y'all former athletes out there, I mean, if I would have been looking for the perfect precept, this is it in the GNT, because I was thinking of it in terms of my old athlete days, right? When I was in the world, man, I would train my body, to do some pretty amazing things out there on the field of play. Trained hard all off season, you know what I'm saying? Ate right, did the right things, and it paid off. But if I could do that in the world, imagine what I can do, not just physically, but spiritually in this truth for the Most High. 10 times more, man. 10 times more dedication and you know what I'm saying, discipline and hard work. You feel me? Because athletes train hard to win that reef that's gonna fade away. It's gonna wilt. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna wither up. But now in the army of the Most High, we training for that crown, that crown of everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? And it's verse 26 says, that is why I run straight for the finish line. Just like the prophets say, you know what I'm saying? You got to be straight on course. When the Most High sends you on a path, the straight and narrow is the only way to go. That's the only way. You can't go wandering off, right? Straight and narrow. What do they say? What's the quickest way between 2 points? A straight line. That's the only way, the only path into the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? You can't wander off, or else you go astray and you're going to get taken out by the wolf. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm like a boxer who does not waste his punches. You feel me? The man that's a championship fighter, that's seasoned and trained for a 12-round championship match, he ain't gonna go out there in the first round throwing 200 punches. It's gonna be measured. You see what I'm saying? It says, I harden my body with blows and bring it under complete control. Meaning you gotta be ready to withstand, to endure, because you're gonna take blows. You're gonna get knocked down. But you got to be able to endure it. You got to be able to overcome it and control, you know what I'm saying? That when discomfort come your way, you got to be able to control it and go, all right, that liver shot hurt, but guess what? It's going to go away in about 30 seconds. Don't worry about it. We good. We're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like Ryan Garcia and sit there and take a knee for 10 seconds and then stand straight up. Come on, man. We got to endure. You got to sit. You got to keep myself from being disqualified after having called others to the contest. Man, if that ain't just spot on, right? You know what I'm saying? Extra quiet, know what I'm saying? He always tease me for saying that. I guess I do say that, right? You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pace yourself. Pace yourself and endure. This ain't no 100-meter dash. You're not Usain Bolt, right? You got to endure. You feel me? This is an endurance race, right? You got to train your body to endure. All praises for that one. Look, I know it's going to be hard for any other brothers to come up with some precepts that's going to top that, but soldiers, now is your time, right? Now is precept time. All right, come out the woodworks. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. I know it's a little delay. Give y'all a few seconds, and you know what I'm saying? Let me load the clip back up. See what we want to go through. Right. Let's go to Let's go to another tried and true. Brother Moses, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 30. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong. When in doubt, go to a Levite, right? I talked to Preacher Ash earlier today, man. Always love talking to that brother because that's my closest priest, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't have no Levites across the line in Long Beach. So, you know, Yaash is in San Diego. So that's my closest priest right there. You know what I'm saying? He give me that wisdom always when I need it. You know what I mean? So look, we're going to go to the brother Moses. We're going to read Deuteronomy 30 and 19. This is another go-to. Right? And this is Torah. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. He's talking to the children of Israel. He say, word is born. You best believe, right? On God, right? That I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, right? So it's not just for us to endure, but it's for the generations and generations and generations after us, right? Because an apple won't fall far from the tree. You got to raise up a child in the way, you know what I'm saying? So that when they get old, they know what to do and they can raise their childs properly. You know what I'm saying? This is a generational thing. You feel me? We got to think nation and nation building and generations of eternal, right? Not just, oh, we on top for a little bit and then we fall off. An eternal legacy, right? See what I'm saying? Like, you know, I remember back in the 80s, I'm saying, what was it? Maybe even early 80s, right? Early to mid 80s. Showtime, right? The Lakers, man, they had a dynasty. See what I'm saying? It was about a stretch of 5 years, man. Couldn't nobody touch the Lakers, bro. Nobody could touch the, you know what I'm saying, the Lake Show, right? Chick Hearns always come on there. The eggs are getting cold. The butter is hardening. I think this one is about a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Right? But look, that was just a blip in history. You know what I'm saying? There's brothers that's 5-10 years younger than me that don't even know about the Lakers. They think the Lakers always been garbage. They think LeBron is the greatest thing that happened to the Lakers. Come on, man. Y'all know about Showtime. But guess what? Imagine a dynasty like that that's everlasting. That you just on top every year, year after year, moon after moon after moon after moon. On top, everlasting. King, you know what I'm saying? With the King of Kings as your king. Come on, man. Who don't want that? Right? Everybody want that. But who is willing to put in the work to qualify to receive that? Right? See? Sis, look. You used to like the Lakers then, but now you're a Boston fan. I get it. Because look, back then I couldn't stand Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying? I thought I just couldn't stand Danny Ainge. I didn't like Kevin McHale. You know, none of them Edomites. I didn't like them at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had a couple other brothers on there. You know what I'm saying? What was it? What's the other brother's name? The little freckle-faced boy. Anyway, man. Yeah, sis. We must be about the same age because, you know, in Boston and LA, that, you know, they had Larry Bird, you feel me, against Irvin Johnson. And I'm from Georgia, right? But the reason why my family is a Laker family, because my uncle up in East Lansing played high school basketball with Irvin, and Irvin used to go over to my grandmother's house. You know what I'm saying? And after school and before practice and that and eat and all that. Dennis Johnson. There you go, King. Dennis Johnson, right? Yeah, what? Mikael, Bird, Johnson, Mikael, Bird, Johnson, Ainge, and was it Lane Beer? No, Lane Beer was Detroit. Parrish, the chief, right? All praises, Shaquad, the chief, Robert Parrish, right? Hey, look, them two teams right there, that was the rivalry back in the day. That was East versus West, right? But I grew up, I ain't know nothing else but the Lakers, because ever since Irvin went there, it was sacrilege to root for any other team in the league. And my family, right? My uncle Drake, he went to Everett High School in East Lansing with Irv. Yeah, you feel me? Right? So look, talking about endure, right? And making legacies. You feel me? The Celtics was right there. They got a lot of banners, but it's a blip in history, right? These kids right now, they don't even know how great the Celtics was or how great the Lakers was, but this is what we aiming for. We aiming for that everlasting dynasty, that everlasting kingdom, everlasting rulership. But it comes with a cost. It don't come easy, right? And I'm gonna land the plane with this because I think it's pertinent, because I was just talking to my brother earlier, man. And as many years as I've known Sergeant Bazak, when I was a prospect and first started listening to him, this is one of the scriptures that stood out for me. Is one of the chapters, Baruch chapter 4, and it just seemed like, man, we always go to this chapter, man, just for motivation in tough times. All right, Baruch chapter 4. I'm gonna go there real quick, and the reason why it's so important, I'll start from the top a little bit, and then I'll get to the point. Right, I will get to the point. See, there go my Levite. Alton, I knew you was gonna talk about somebody from Louisiana for this. If we was talking sports, I know I ain't gonna talk football with you right now, Alton, because your Saints, right? They're not looking so good, but we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it. Hey, Robert Parrish from Louisiana. I did not know that. You know what I'm saying? Good chance. Good chance is he's a Levite. Sis, we going to Baruch in the Apocrypha, Baruch chapter 4. Right? Baruch chapter 4. Matter of fact, right? Baruch chapter 4, one of my favorite books. Sarge put me onto this book, and to this day, like just today, we brought the scripture out when we was talking. All right, it's golden. I'm gonna start from the top. Right? Khan. Adaya Allah, I see you in there. You know what I'm saying? I see you in there. Khan. No worries, sis. Khan. All right. Baruch chapter 4. Why is it so powerful? Because he reminds us. Baruch chapter 4 from the top. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. You see how these words are cohesive, right? They work together. You know what I'm saying? They bond together. You see, endure. You know what I'm saying? Forever and life, right? But if you don't keep them, you shall die. You're gonna see darkness, right? It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. You see what I'm saying? The lively oracles of God were bestowed upon us. You, man, do you understand? We didn't earn that. We didn't earn that. Our forefather Abraham was given that promise, and it took 4+ centuries until it came to fruition because we kept falling off the horse, man. You see what I'm saying? And then we continued to fall off the horse. Throughout generations, we turn back to God, and then we fall off being wicked. We turn back to God and fall off being wicked. Sodist children, hard-headed, stubborn, foolish children, right? Just like our only child, spoiled, rotten. You know what I'm saying? Like some bad milk. But guess what? All the bullocks in the world, you know what I'm saying, is not enough of a sacrifice for how filthy wicked we've been. But guess what the Most High did? The Most High did what he asked Abraham to do, but then was like, nah, you good. You good. Your faith is strong. The Most High sacrificed his only begotten son, sent this only begotten son to this earth to shed his blood for us so that we would qualify for this blessing we was given, this word, this law, the book of the commandments of God, the lively oracles. See what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what kind of prize that is that we're given? Right? It's the ultimate prize, but we got to give the ultimate effort. We got to train ourselves to endure, right? Because the law endures forever. See what I'm saying? Now, we're going to go to the point, because this is a powerful chapter, Baruch chapter 4. You got to go through and get some of this word out of Baruch, because it you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, it's that book right here, right? I'm gonna go to 28, and I'm gonna land the plane with this, but then we gonna, you know what I'm saying? I see some precepts, some brothers got some precepts. I'm gonna go in there and we're gonna run that, right? So Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28, right, sis? And Tanya, if you don't have the Apocrypha, right, no worries, because you can always just grab it online. You know what I'm saying? I usually go to matter of fact, I'll put a link in the chat. I'll put a link for you, sis. And then, you know what I'm saying? Perhaps you can click on that link on another tab or whatever the case, or later on, perhaps, right? Just click on that link right there. And that's the King James Bible Online with the Apocrypha. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, sis? That's in there for you. All right. So let's go back there. And in the meantime, I'll read it loud and clear for you. All right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Right? Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, right? Israel. See, he talking about us individually, but he also talking about us as a nation. This thing is cohesive. It all works together. See what I'm saying? Because look, verse 26, because it's so many jewels and gems in this chapter in particular, right? Verse 26 says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies, right? So he talking about his delicate ones. He talking about Israel. And we were taken away as a flock caught up of the enemies, right? Just scooped up, right? But right here, verse 28, for as it was your way, the reason why we get scooped up by the enemy, the reason why the Most High allow the enemy to overtake us is because we're being wicked, disobedient children. See what I'm saying? But verse 28 says, for as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Feel me? All right? This is how you get over these plagues. And this is how you get to everlasting salvation. I'm going to go ahead and read 29 because it just is pertinent. I mean, I could read it. I could read this whole chapter without stopping, but I'm going to let y'all do some homework, right? Verse 29, for he hath brought these plagues upon you, right? For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. You got to understand that, because all he's asking us to do is seek him 10 times more, right? After we go astray. All he asks us to do is to be obedient, right? That's all he has to do. Okay? That's all we have to do is be obedient and faithful. What's so hard about that? What's hard is that you ain't got your armor up. You ain't count the cost. You ain't come battle ready. You feel me? That's like the brother that's, you know what I'm saying, walking through the hood to go grab a 40 from the liquor store and slides, knowing the ops is lurking. Nigga, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? You don't go past the porch with croaker sacks, my nigga. You got to count the cost. You got to check yourself every step, right? You got to put on the full armor. You feel me? And yeah, Adayala, look, this is always a great story about just enduring and understanding the cost and faith, right? Unbending faith. This is a gem of a story, one of my favorite stories of endurance. You see what I'm saying? In Second Maccabees chapter 7, right? During the Greek captivity, you know what I'm saying? When the Greek kings was like, look, if you circumcise your boys and if you follow them Israelite laws, we're gonna start murking. And the woman was trying to the king was trying to get, you know, the woman to eat pork, and she refused because the Most High said, don't do that. That is a sin. All right, you can go to Leviticus chapter 11 and understand the dietary law, right? Though the swine be cloven footed, he's unclean because he cheweth not the cud, right? So we can't eat swine. And these wicked Greeks was like, they knew if we did not follow the Most High's commandments, that our power was gone because God would turn away from us. So they encouraged our people to sin, just like modern day Babylon, right? Man, you can't make this up, right? You can't make this up. I was on the phone with Sarge. Some of the brothers was chatting. And Sarge, you know, he'd been ripping and running all day, man. And he just ran through the drive-thru to get a quick meal, right? And, you know, he ordered the little burger or whatever and some fries. And the lady was like, would you like bacon with that? Man, you can't make this up, man. You know what I'm saying? The heathens trying to poison us to this day. They trying to taint us, right? But the king was trying to force the lady to eat pork, and for her son, you know what I'm saying? She has 7 sons, and each time she denied it, the king's henchmen tortured one of the boys, right, to death. I mean, it's slow death, cutting off the hands, and like some syndicate, like some Sinaloa cartel style. You feel me? Just gruesome. You got to read that story. He went through all 7 of her sons, one by one, torturing them to death, and she refused, and they refused to buckle as well because she raised them up right. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great story. Well, I ain't gonna bother y'all with reading it in detail because you really got to sit down and read that one. That's like one of them drama novels right there, where you get mad because it seemed like the bad guy winning, right? The bad guy coming up, but there's a moral to the story, right? She counted the cost and she endured to the end. She didn't care. She would rather take death than to be without the Most High God. She would rather take death than to forsake the Most High God. She would rather lose every one of her boys than to forsake the Most High God. You feel me? And that's a beautiful story, right? And that's a sister right there. That's a sister being strong like that. So, hey, beautiful addition there. Jeremy Dorsey. I got to say his government because he jumped in here with his government. That's my brother, Idar Yala. All right? All praises. So, look, I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes. I'm gonna leave it right there because, we had a good amount of time. We had a little bit of a late start, so I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to overstay the welcome. But right now is the time. If y'all got any questions, any comments, any more precepts, man, shoot it. You know what I'm saying? I'll post up for a minute. As a matter of fact, I'll take a hot minute to remind y'all, right? I'll post a link in the chat. Let's refresh that page, right? When you go to warapparel.com, right? As soon as you hit the page, you got this offer right here. All you got to do, shoot your email address, right? You shoot your email address, you're going to go to our subscriber list, and then we're going to instantly give you that 15% off your next order. You know what I'm saying? Boom, right? But, hey, orders over $100 in the U.S., free shipping. We got all kind of deals, man. You feel me? We got all the collections on there. Hey, and we're going to have a gang of new accessories coming up next week, right? I'm talking about a gang of phone covers, the little earpod cases, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? All kind of tech accessories. We got the tees. We got the patches. Go in there and check us out. I'm going to throw the link in the chat. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? And look, here you go. Here go the link. All right? Look, hit us up. Hold on. Let me make sure. I'm over here bugging out. Hold on. I'm bugging out, not even sharing it. All right. 1 second. Share the screen. What I'm doing, right? Let's do that again. Now what I got to do is, hold on. Do it like this. All right, so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. You can't do it like that. Anyway, yeah. Warapparel.com. I'll put the link in the chat. You feel me? Check us out. We got the goods. Like I said, when you first go to the site, you're going to see, matter of fact, let me go to another page. Let's see here. All right. So we got the graveyard collection. You know what I'm saying? Got the tees. Like I said, we got You got a gang of accessories coming next week. Like I said, got AirPod cases, phone cases, all kind of tech, little gadget things. We got the patches, shirts, right? You know, we got the hats on deck. We got specials when you buy a combo, you save. You feel me? We got the free shipping over $100. Go check us out. And like I said, all you got to do to get your 15%, right, is go on and you know what I'm saying? Join that email list. We gonna shoot you an instant 15% coupon code, plus you're gonna get first, you're gonna say first crack on all of the special deals we got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on the gram. We always announcing specials on the gram. You know what I'm saying? So go in there and show some love, right? We on the gram. Let's see, right? Whacked out everything on the gram. You see, we've been posting, we've been building. I think we had about 109. You know, we're taking baby steps. Yeah, taking baby steps. We on, you know what I'm saying? We on TikTok. I got a little something for TikTok though. I ain't too down. I ain't really too keen on TikTok. You know what I mean? TikTok they be trying to ban a brother. You feel me? Man, TikTok try to ban our Nazi X, right? They try to ban it on TikTok. I'm gonna give y'all that breakdown later. That's neither here nor there. You feel me? But yeah, let's see who got some precepts in here. What you say, sis? Will there be Sakari moderators and chief debate this Saturday? You know, that's a good question, sis, because I know it's gonna be on like a pay-per-view platform. So I'm sure, you know, it's gonna be balanced out. I'm pretty sure. But if you know what I'm saying, if you definitely want a definite answer to that, I would make sure to what day is the debate? The debate is gonna be Friday. Friday, right? You know what I'm saying? Right at Shabbat. Yeah, just before the debate, just hit up you know what I'm saying? Hit up one of the other Sakari classes. You know what I'm saying? That's happening on the main channel. I believe Deacon will be on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like hit up either Deacon or, you know what I'm saying, one of the main channels, and they can let you know for sure. But I know for sure it's gonna be pay-per-view. So yes, sis, Lord willing, you get a chance to you know what I mean? To get in there, because that's gonna be a good one. All right. So let's see what we got in here. I know I seen some precepts. All right. What Isaiah say? Matthew 24:13. That's a good one, King. Let's bring that up. Matthew 24. Brother Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Right. Matthew 24:13. Right. Matthew 24:13. Right. There we go. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right. Reiterating that endurance until the end. That's the essence of salvation. Right. Let's see what else we got in there. I'm not seeing another precept in here. Oh yeah, Tulare County coming through, right? Tulare County coming through, right? You can't go wrong with James 1, right? To the Israelites spread to the four corners of the earth, right? Serving of God. You know what I'm saying? This how we know Christ's brother was talking to us, right? To the 12 tribes, right? Said James, a servant of God and of the Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. And what does he say? James chapter 1, verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Meaning, when the Lord trying you, is actually a blessing that the Lord try you. Why? Because Christ was tempted, but he passed the test. right? He passed the test. And look, just to follow up with that, you know what I'm saying? Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. When your faith is tried, you learn patience. You build patience. You learn how to deal accordingly and not spaz out and trip out at the first sight of adversity, right? Go on a little bit more, right? But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. That is the definition of perfect. Wanting nothing. Complete, entire. See what I'm saying? It's the beauty of, that's how you know that that these brothers were speaking in Hebraic phraseology, because they'll say a word and they'll reiterate it with similes, because perfect and entire and wanting nothing are all the same meaning. See what I'm saying? Matter of fact, one more little vocabulary gem here. Perfect. Let's see what it is in the Greek. Perfect. Brought to its end, finish. Wanting nothing. Right? You see what I'm saying? You see how that worked? You feel me? Right? Oh, Salakia, I'm tripping again. Hold on. Let me bring that up. Perfect. Kaleos. G5046. Perfect. Brought to its end, finished, wanting nothing. Right? This is the definition of perfect. Right? Complete. You see what I'm saying? Finished, complete. Right? So my point for that was simply to point out the point of this verse. Right? Right? We're going to go back up, because I know I was tripping. I wasn't sharing the screen. Right? But James 1 and 2, Ali Yeshai posted that. But we're going to go a little bit further than that. We're going to go down to 4. James 1 and 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. Right? Like I said, if the Most High is trying you, you got to count it a joy, because I mean, he's trying to work with you. He's trying to refine you through the fire. See what I'm saying? Verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Right? But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect. And here goes that Hebraic phraseology. Perfect is the same thing as entire or complete or finished, and wanting nothing. Right? And I followed it up with the example of the Greek word for perfect. Right? Little vocabulary alley-oop for you. Biblical usage. Brought to its end, finished or complete, wanting nothing, necessary to completeness. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Yeah, feel me? Yes, sir. Khan says, yeah. That's perfect right there. Oh, Salaki. Hold on, brothers. The precepts is rolling. There go Ali Yeshai with that A10 warthog. He just when he started running precepts, he said, yes, sis, Amatazallah definitely will have Sakari Miami class. So Khan, he will definitely be able to better assess the validity of whether, what's going on with that. You feel me? So look, what we got here. Ali Yeshai got, oh, yeah, Ali Yeshai, right? If you want to be considered a child of God, right? What it say? Spare the rod, spoil the child. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Hebrews 12. Brothers be like, Why, Lord? Why you let this happen? Oh man, what kind of God going to do something like that, right? Let's get that. Hebrews 12, we'll start at 6, right? Hebrews 12 and 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Right? Beautiful one. Ali Yashai. All praises. I was thinking about that one earlier, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I can't empty the whole clip. Like you said last week, Ali Yashai. I gotta save some room for the brothers to participate. But beautiful job, man, with the precepts, Akim. The water. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shabrakatah, Watawata, to the sister Tanya Harah for your generous donation. And all praises that, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed having the interaction and you know what I'm saying? Having you be a part of the class, sis. All praises, you know what I'm saying? We love when our sisters get involved, because guess what? Guess what our sisters got to do? They got to raise them hard-headed boys. You feel me? They got to rear them boys up and their grandbabies. You see what I'm saying? Our sisters is key to this nation. For y'all brothers that think, you know what I'm saying? You think you just gonna bring home the bacon, and man, you need to raise your household up right, because a strong woman in this truth is part of the formula for success, right? You see what I'm saying, King? You see what I'm saying? Mashpaka family, right? Hey, look, we running right up on the hour and a half mark, and all praises. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit of a late start, but you know, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters was edified and uplifted a little bit, because you know it's tough times, family. I know, but we got to get battle tested. We got to get battle ready. We got to strengthen our bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to be in that mid-season form, because the battle is approaching, right? The enemy is coming at us with them fiery darts, and it's not even the beginning yet. See what I'm saying? We got to get more prepared. We got to count the costs. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right? All praises, right? All praises. So look, once again, the water, you know what I'm saying? The water for everyone who joined in and participated. This was really interactive, and appreciate y'all, right? We do this for y'all, right? Hey, and if you appreciate what we do, don't be ashamed, you know what I'm saying, to help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Because the priests do need gas in the tank, right? And if you got Cash App, $Bazak, that goes right to the LBC account. You know what I'm saying? $Bazak on Cash App. Once again, you got super chats and super thanks if you're watching this on the replay, right? You feel me? All right, look, Kabiyah getting in the game. Boy, you almost missed the clock, bruh. Like the game clock was on, it had 0 point something, right? But he got in there, right? We're gonna end with Kabiyah. All praises, King. This one of my young soldiers, man. He got to endure. He just had a little baby boy. You know that ain't easy. See what I'm saying? We're gonna go back to James 1. Go back to James 1 and down to 12, right? Brother Kabiyah. What is it? Just 12? Yeah. James 1 and 12 from my brother Kabiyah, right? This is James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord had promised to them that love him. And how do we love the Lord? We keep his commandments, right? We keep his commandments. You feel me? Hey, beautiful one, Kabaya. Beautiful one, King. All praises, man. All praises. You know what I'm saying? Con. Right? All praises for that. Hey, look. Y'all made me proud, soldiers. Appreciate y'all, family. You know what I'm saying? Right? And with that, I want to get called Halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Mashiach and Kwame Yashral.